Hi, I'm Stephen Amell, and I play Jack Spade on the new Starz drama Heels. Let's get buzzed!
People need to believe that we can be better. You're a washed-up quarterback who couldn't play in college. I'm a lawnmower salesman. It is not enough for me.
What's up, y'all? I'm Madison Brodsky with Buzz at the premiere of Heels on Starz, coming to your screens on August 15th. I'm surrounded by cast members right now. Alexander Ludwig is right behind me, and I'm on the heels of asking him a question. Let's get started. First, well, let's talk about this show. I know Steven's a huge wrestling fan, but how much did you know about the sport coming into the series?
I was that kid in Vancouver, Canada, that when I turned on the TV and I saw the WWE, I'd watch it and I loved the characters, but I wouldn't say I followed it religiously. It's certainly become something that I've fallen in love with since this show.
Did you ever think that you would one day be in the ring trying these moves out on your own?
Not in a million years.
How did that experience go?
You know, you can't really compare it to anything. I would say for me, it was certainly like the most painful thing. I think that I certainly had this view of it, and I think a lot of people who don't understand the wrestling world do, that like they don't realize that when you hit the ropes, they're not actually ropes, they're cables. When you do a flat back bump on the mat, it's not really a mat, it's wooden boards. And like what these guys put themselves through is truly mind-boggling, and the amount of athleticism that goes into doing this sport is incredible. And it was really important to Steven and I that we honored that and that we put our heart and soul into this, and the whole cast and crew. And I feel like everybody really earned their stripes doing this show. Granted, I can make it look good for 5 minutes. I can't imagine what it would be like doing a 40-minute match.
All right, I obviously know that you're a huge wrestling fan. Why was it so important to you to bring this sport into a series in which you can play a character that you actually get into the ring?
Well, I would thank Michael Waldron for writing such a cool and creating such a cool world, but I think that as a professional wrestling fan, independent professional wrestling, like the smaller indie circuits, they're the lifeblood feeder system of a business that not a ton of people outside of really, really hardcore wrestling fans know about. So I think, I mean, these guys work their asses off. They work as hard as the guys you see in WWE or AEW. So I don't know. I'm glad we get to shine a light on it.
Was it just so much fun to like try your athletic ability in a series?
It was. It really was. Like Ace had to be the rock star in the ring, and I knew that there were some moves I just had to learn to get comfortable with. The backflips randomly was funny. Like my character's talking about backflipping off the top turnbuckle. And I'm like, Pete, like, I got to do this, man. Like, people need to see the actors do these things. It brings them into the show. He's like, well, can you? And I was like, just give me 5 minutes. And I asked their son.
5 minutes? That's impressive, Alexander. What?
Thanks. Well, I asked the stunt coordinator. I was like, hey, Luke, like, anything I need to know before I do this? He's like, no, just trust yourself. You're good. I was like, okay. Rolling. We did it. And then it became a thing for him. So it was fun how... it was fun testing your athletic abilities, and my respect for this whole community has just grown exponentially.
Any aches or pains or anything like that along the shooting process?
That's the thing. Anybody who thinks this is fake, I'm like, take a flat back bump, run the ropes, and then tell me you think this is fake. Because the first time I did it, my neck has never been in so much pain. It just hits you in places you kind of don't really expect.
So the chiropractor is on like speed dial.
Exactly.
I heard that you sustained an injury, unfortunately, while you were filming. How are you feeling now? What happened?
I feel great. I overshot and I stung my back a little bit, but I'm fine now.
And all is good. It was so much fun to get into the ring. What were those fight night scenes like?
They were long and taxing. And professional wrestling, I mean, anyone that doesn't understand it, hit the ropes, take a flat back bump, report back and tell me how you feel.
When you can't fake something like this, you're going to end up putting yourself at risk. And Steven's such a hard worker and a champ. I'm really grateful to have a co-star in him.
That's a champion on screen and off the screen. To get back into the ring 4 days later, that's incredible. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Alexander Ludwig. I play Ace Spade, and watch Heels on Starz on August 15th.